My name's Caroline Motycka, and I'm here with the advocacy group Fight Colorectal Cancer for the 2023 already Cologuard Classic, and I am here as a survivor, a stage 4 survivor, and I'm also here as a care partner to my late husband, Mike Mancini, who passed away March 4th of 2022. Sure. My story is a little different. I was 42 years old and I was very healthy. I hiked and ran daily, and one day I had a sore shoulder and ended up in the ER. And after a lot of different exams, I was very fortunate that my physicians were determined to figure out what was going on, and they investigated. And a sore shoulder led to a stage 4 colorectal cancer diagnosis. Unbeknownst to all of us, what we thought was a sore shoulder was actually differentiated pain from a liver that was full of tumors. And then I was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer. I was diagnosed on April 9th, 2016, so almost 7 years ago. So I treated, in typical standard of care. I had 6 rounds of chemo to try and reduce the tumor burden, and then I had tumor debulking from my liver and my colon. I had the HAI pump inserted for some cleanup chemo to make sure that my liver was clear, but I ended up having liver failure as a result of all the chemo and the toxicity that it caused. And so in 2018, I underwent a living donor liver transplant. And so now I have a brand new liver going on 5 years, and I'm doing well. All is going well. I'm actually a genetic cancer. I found out through some investigation of my own and through some DNA and genetic testing that I have a SMAD4 genetic disposition to early polyps, which is something called juvenile polyposis syndrome. It's in the FAP family, and it's a marker in your genes that causes pre-growth of polyps. And as we all know, in colons, those polyps can turn into cancer. And since I didn't know that was a thing and that I had that gene, mine actually did grow and did turn into cancers. I was really fortunate, though, because we were able to identify that I did have a genetic disposition to cancer, and so I was high risk, and so was my family. And I have 4 adult children. They're all boys, and we were able, through my diagnosis, to really look at their at their DNA and see if they had the gene markers that were the same. The 2 of them had the genetic disposition that I have. They had colonoscopies at 18 and at 21, and my 18-year-old had 3 precancerous polyps that were able to be removed because we knew there was a family history, and we were able to screen, and we were able to beat it. And so my kids, through my diagnosis, won't ever have cancer, ever. I was 42, so I'm an EAO. I'm an early onset, and I probably carried my cancer for 10 years before it actually became a stage 4 situation. So I met Mike in 2019 at an event through the advocacy group Fight Colorectal Cancer called Call on Congress. I met him there. He was diagnosed in 2017 with late stage colorectal cancer as well. He was also in the prime of his life. He was a fitness instructor. He was a physical fitness trainer, and all things that were counterintuitive to colorectal cancer or to any kind of cancer. He was very healthy and fit. And one day he became very ill at work and was taken to the emergency room. And after 4 different misdiagnoses, he was given the diagnosis of stage 4 colorectal cancer as well. He fought valiantly for 4.5 years. He fought for himself and he fought for others. Along the way, he was a hero in so many fashions because he didn't care about himself as much as he cared about spreading the word of awareness and making sure that everybody knew that we needed to screen, and that's how we prevent cancer. So knowing the family history, or knowing that we're at risk, and then screening, that's how we beat colorectal cancer. And so he always said that if he made a difference in one person's life, that's ultimately what mattered, and it was okay in the end. And so, we walked him up the red carpet on March 4th of 2022. And so on Saturday here at the Cologuard Classic, we'll all stand together and we'll honor him here. And we miss him dearly, but we know that he's in a better place. So we fight on for him. We carry the torch for him. Yes, we had booked our tickets. We were planning on attending. Mike was very excited. He was an avid golfer, and he was excited because his world of golfing that he loved so much and was so passionate about met his world of advocacy, and it was another thing that he was so passionate about. So it was such a blessing for him to get to participate in Golf with Jerry Kelly in 2021, and then he was so looking forward to coming back last year, but unfortunately his cancer progressed very rapidly in the end, and we weren't able to make it. So I golfed today with Jerry in his honor, so it was very exciting. I think the most important thing is no matter who you are, no matter what your sex is, no matter what your color is, no matter what any of those things are, if you are human, you have a colon. And if you have a colon, you can get colorectal cancer. So I think the most important message on top of everything else is know it. We have to investigate, we have to ask questions, and then we have to follow up with screening that's appropriate. Things such as Cologuard and colonoscopies that are things that can prevent cancer, and we can detect cancer at an early stage so that we know that in the end we can beat it. And so knowing it and screening it, that's how we beat it. And so I think that's the overall message that we, want to get out here at the Cologuard. And I think that the message, for Mike is something that was really important to him, was that we always encourage people to do it like Mike, because Mike shared those sentiments with everybody, no matter who they were, no matter what conversation we were a part of. He was always reminding everybody that it was important to ask those questions and get screened. Save lives.
Do it like Mike.
Do it like Mike.